So guys, Sheikh Gumi is crying foul after the United States President Donald Trump struck the hideouts of terror guys in Nigeria. See what Sheikh Gumi is saying. This headline says, Sheikh Gumi tells Tinubu's government to stop military cooperation with United States immediately. This is coming after the Minister for Foreign Affairs came out to confirm that the Nigerian government is aware that they are working in collaboration with the United States government, and that was how they agreed. You know, they even said they provided the intelligence with which the United States struck the hideouts of the criminals. Now, Sheikh Gumi is telling Nigerian government to end any military cooperation with the United States. Sheikh Gumi was also seen in a video saying this. He said, herdsmen are going nowhere. They are part of us and we are part of them. We must learn to live together and should never become enemies with them. So guys, this is the same thing Buhari told communities that were being attacked by these Fulanis. Buhari said, learn to live with your brothers. These people don't have land. They don't have any portion in Nigeria. They just came from nowhere. They are now chasing communities away by killing them and taking over their land. And Sheikh Gumi is saying that the headsmen are not going anywhere, meaning that those of them that have already taken over communities of those in IDP camps, I mean those terror guys who are already occupying communities of people, they are not going anywhere. That is what Sheikh Gumi said. They are not going anywhere. They are part of us. We are part of them. We must learn to live together with them. So guys, a whole lot of reactions have been coming. I'm going to share with you this video where the Minister for Foreign Affairs has been seen in a video talking about the cooperation that Nigeria has with the United States that led to that strike. Like this person here tweeted and said, it was Nigeria that provided intelligence for the US strike in Nigeria. We spoke with the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio twice, once 19 minutes before the strike and another time 5 minutes before it went on. This is what the foreign minister is saying. You know, he's saying that Nigeria is aware, but some people are there accusing Donald Trump that Donald Trump has come to invade Nigeria, and that is why they just went, you know, to strike without any proper permission. But you can hear it from the Tinubu's government saying they are the one that even provided the intelligence with which America struck. So guys, that is it for you guys. I'm just going to allow you to take a look at these videos. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Even by your Nonuga also tweeted and said Nigerian government approved the airstrike by the US Foreign Minister Tuga. The Nigerian government has said President Bola Tinubu gave the go-ahead order, the go-ahead for the US airstrike against terrorists in the country's northwestern region. Foreign Affairs Minister Yusuf Tuga said this. So guys, that is it. I'm just going to allow you to take a look at this man who was on channel Arise TV. He saying that the US acted without proper permission, but you can see from all the evidence I've shown you that US is cooperating with Nigeria. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Now take a look.
They are going nowhere. They are part of us and we are part of them. We must live with them. You can't drive them away and they can't drive us away. They are our neighbors, so we should never allow them to be our enemies. And if by any mistakes, by our actions, we have turned them into enemies, then we are finished. Because our real enemy will use them against us. As your real enemy will use your neighbor against you. And nobody knows your secret more than your neighbor. He knows when you come back and when you go out. So we should never allow herdsmen to be our enemies.
Yes, like I said earlier, up till now, the government is here to talk about what is happening. No information from the state government yet, but from locals, as far as they know, no casualty has been recorded because, like I said earlier, they don't have access to the exact location where the bomb dropped. But some locals said there's panic and fear among residents in the community, and this is as far as I can confirm from the locals we've spoken with, and we are still trying to get access to the community to get there by ourselves so that we can bring information to Nigerians about what is happening exactly. Earlier on, I spoke with somebody in the community, and who says, as far as the concern, the bomb did not drop in a residential area, but there are bushes or forests, if I will use that word, connecting that part to some part of Zamfara and Kebbi State, because that road would take you to even Maga, where those schoolgirls were adopted in Kebbi. There's a particular route called Kajiji where Jabo is located. Jabo is located in Tambua local government, a community that is also close to communities in Shagari local government. And Jabo has been relatively peaceful. It was not part of communities that are experiencing a bandit attack. And this is why the airstrike came as a surprise to many. But then you never can tell what the activities of terrorists are. You never can tell if they are taking advantage of the forests and bushes to carry out their operation. Those security experts who do this have intelligence before they carry out this strike. But community members, locals, says no casualties recorded so far. So we are just trying to have permission or access so that we can go to the community ourselves to talk to people and to see for ourselves what exactly is happening. The last time I heard of an attack in Jabo was in 2018 when some terrorists visited that community with evil, killing and also adopting some locals. But so far so good with this very US bombing, and nothing, no casualty has been recorded from information we are getting from locals. We have made attempt to talk to state government officials, but they are not really forthcoming. Probably they want to put their act together before they communicate, so that they will not be communicating error. They need to get full grasp of what has happened in that community. More so that community, that axis that is in Sokoto South Senatorial District has been relatively peaceful, except for communities in Shagari and in Shekebe, and also Tureta, which is part of the Sokoto South Senatorial District and a bit far from Jabo, where this bomb dropped by the United States jet.
I think you understood me inadvertently. So Nigeria has remained consistent in its approach, which is, like the statement says, to work with all partners that are committed to the fight against terrorism, irrespective of what religion, who the victims are, whether they are Muslims or Christians, and irrespective of what type of terrorism, be it terrorism being carried out in the name of one religion or the other, or indeed even banditry. So this is an ongoing process. We have been working closely with the Americans. This is what we've always been hoping for, to work with the Americans, work with other countries to combat the terrorism, to stop the death of innocent Nigerians. So this is a vindication of the Tinubu administration. For those who thought that there was some foot dragging, or the government wasn't doing enough, it is a clear indication that we are committed and we are prepared to work with all comers.
Okay, so we understand that there was some reconnaissance done before the strikes. Were we also involved in that, and how so?
It's Nigeria that provided the intelligence. I was on the phone yesterday for 19 minutes with Secretary of State Marco Rubio of the United States. We spoke extensively, and we agreed that I was going to speak with President Tinubu, for President Tinubu to give the go-ahead. And I did speak with him, and it was agreed also that the statements that would follow would be statements that would show clearly that it is a strike against terrorism, and that it is part of the ongoing joint operations between Nigeria and collaboration between Nigeria and the United States, and that it is not to do with religion, it's to do with protecting Nigerians and innocent lives of either Nigerians or non-Nigerians. This was clear. We spoke twice. We spoke for 19 minutes before the strike, and then we spoke again for another 5 minutes before it went on.
Well, I'd like to have your take on the bomb, on the strike in Nigeria by the Americans. Is this one step in the right direction, to ridding the country of the level of insecurity we have?
Thank you very much. Obviously, this incident is a pointer to the fact that the country is failing in its constitutional obligation. The country is failing in its mandate to ensure that they protect lives and properties of the citizens. it is an indication that we have also lost our foreign policy framework in the country. We probably have an outdated foreign policy that we could not be able to engage globally. This attack, it further created misleading information that the country is in a war, in a religious war between the Muslim and Christians. And that is a very dangerous framing, which we all know as Nigerians, that is not the case. You will have a problem of criminals, terrorists, terrorizing Nigerians, irrespective of their religious, ethnic, geographical, and political affiliation. And what the government has failed over the years to do is to tackle this issue in a very systematic way. But you have seen that people who have been alleged to be sympathetic or to be sponsors of these terror groups, when even they were small, now they have even escalated, having their field day. Nobody is doing anything to them because of the political interest. Now, as long as you prioritize, personal interests above national interests, you will definitely land yourself in this situation that the foreigners will now have to come.
You keep saying the foreigners, but I don't know if you know that Nigeria collaborated with America on this strike. So what is it that you don't like? Is it because America's name is on the strike? Nigeria provided intelligence, you know. So what is it that you don't like?
My brother,
what's the meaning of the religious conflict? No, hang on. What's the meaning of religious? I don't see any religious conflict. I mean, are these not the terrorists that will want to be dead?
Wait.
Will want to be destroyed? What do you mean by religious conflicts in this?
Let's just be honest and straightforward. Nigerian government did not get any approval, or rather, American government does not get any approval for it to take any action in Nigeria. In fact, as a matter of fact, what Nigerian government has done is to do a saving pace. America did not need their permission to come and do what they intended to do.
No, Awal. There was a statement released by the Nigerian Foreign Affairs Ministry that said they provided the intelligence. So now that you are claiming that Nigeria did not provide the intelligence to America for this strike, do you have your empirical facts, Awal? That's just all I ask you. Show us the facts that Nigerian government did not provide intelligence and they're just saving face. It's facts I want. Not sentiments.
I'm saying that what I'm saying is that listen. What I am saying is that America does not need Nigerian approval to carry out their action. That's what I said, and I'm saying that it's all clear that the way and manner in which Trump had even made his pronouncement to carry out this action, there is no any discussion or dialogue.
You're still having sentiment. Let me read, please, and let me interject here. Because we don't want misinformation, and some of this you are trying to spew because you've not given us the fact. Let me read the statement as released by the Nigerian authorities. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the statement signed by Ememetimi Ebianemefa, spokesperson, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. He says, in line with the established international practice and bilateral understanding, the cooperation includes exchange of intelligence and strategic cooperation. Nigerian ministry confirms Nigerian authority remains engaged in structured security cooperation with international partners, including the United States, in addressing persistent threats, to Nigeria and all of that. And this has led to a precision hit on terrorist targets in Nigeria by airstrikes in the northwest. So they said it's based on the cooperation they have this. If you have a fact or fact contrary to this, I will present the fact. If you can't present the fact, I'll say what you're saying is conjecture. Give me your own facts, not conjecture. Give me facts. I'm a man of facts.
It's not conjecture. Listen to me. Why can't you also listen?
Go ahead.
Because you don't want me to talk. What I'm saying is that I stand on my position that Donald Trump does not need permission of Nigeria to do what he wants to do. He had already, made his pronouncement without discussing with Nigeria. And if there was any evidence that Nigeria had conversation with Donald Trump before he issued his ultimatum and before he carried out his action. Let them show us to the public. It is a public matter. So I'm saying that, and I still stand on my opinion that America, if they want to do any action, especially with this kind of situation that we have in Nigeria, they did not need to get approval of Nigeria. They would simply carry out their action, and they have done what they wanted
that's
to
conjecture.
do.
That's not facts.
I'm saying that
that's conjecture, not facts.
Conjecture. It's not a conjecture.
Conjecture,
it's not
different
a conjecture,
from
my
facts.
brother.
Over to you. Conjecture.
All right, Mr. Rafsanjani, thank you very much for joining us. Were you going to complete what you were saying?
You say? Sorry.
Are you done? Were you going to complete what you were saying?
No, I wanted just to, because he's shorting me to say that this is conjecture when he knows himself the truth. You don't need to do painting. You don't need to do any panel beating on this matter. America, the way it is, the way they take this issue, they don't need approval of Nigeria to do what they want to do. When Trump was issuing his tweet, what is the truth? What is the facts on this matter? What facts are you looking for when he issues his tweet?
Okay. Mr. Rafsanjani, let's move away from that. So, in terms of the way forward, if you were to give an alternative approach, what would be your recommendation?
Well, I think, like we said, over the years, in the last, if you look at it from Jonathan administration to Buhari administration to Tinubu administration, they have not actually prioritized security sector reforms in this country to deal decisively with these issues of insecurity in Nigeria. And we have been providing, evidences and facts to show that security sector corruption is a major the reason why we have gone where we have gone. And if you look at it now, even the country interest, or rather priority, in terms of security, is not really about dealing with this issue. Otherwise, there are some, things that you expected government to do. For example, even the president has given, order that policemen should be withdrawn from VIPs. I am telling you, go and see. They are still disregarding and disobeying president, directive. In Kanu, the federal emir, go to his house, you see about 20 policemen and several policemen cars till today. So that is to say that we are not even serious. Even when the president will give directive, nothing is going to be taken, because the whole thing is really not serious about dealing decisively with the issues of insecurity in this country. Artificial insecurity is being created just to further away political interest. Look, we have suggested to the government that do a proper security sector reforms so that there will be proper cooperation, coordination, collaboration, and partnership even among the security, agencies in Nigeria, and also stop the corruption in the security sector, and also ensure that people who violated the law, who commit atrocities, are actually arrested, prosecuted, and convicted, no matter how high places they are. You have not been able to see that action taken. I am saying that if the country want to get out of this situation, to the extent that even a global terrorist, a global human rights violator is now joining to come and mock us because of the failure of our leaders to take the necessary action. I think the Benjamin Netanyahu, if you look at his mockery on this issue, this is somebody who has been killing and bombing Christians in Palestine, in Gaza. Churches and Christians have been killed by this guy. Let us say the truth. But this guy now had the courage to come and talk about killing Christians in Nigeria. I think we should let them. If you have the right leadership in the country, they should have responded to Netanyahu.
Okay.
If they know they are doing something to deal with the insecurity.
Rafsanjani. Now you were saying that President Trump doesn't need to work with the Nigerian government. Are you aware there were diplomatic moves after Trump made his statement in October 31 and in early November that he will come gun and blazing to save Christians in Nigeria from religious persecution? And that this cooperation that Hexet and the Nigerian government are both talking about is as a result of that diplomatic cooperation. Two, the war against terrorism, are you aware also that globally the call has been for cooperation and that the Nigerian government asked for help? That's number one. Number two, you are saying security sector reform, this and that. Even if Nigeria had done all that security sector reform, they moved from security architecture to another label and whatever, kinetic and non-kinetic. I think the reason for the kind of result you didn't want to, you were expecting and you didn't get, is because of the religious and ethnic political sentiments in Nigeria. If it was the Tinubu administration going to bomb Sokoto and other locations, do you know what Nigerians will be saying? They will say Tinubu is attacking the north. Finally, what do you recommend? What do you recommend as the way forward? Forget about all this security sector reform. We have passed that stage.
You have not passed that stage. The security sector reform is still necessary.
Okay, what do you recommend? What do you recommend in terms of action to deal with terrorism?
Okay. For example, now, even within the Tinubu administration government, there are some people that have been pointed out to be romancing with terrorists. Has Tinubu sacked that person or has asked him to step aside? That is one. Number two, look, Ruben.
Who is the person? Who is the person? Who is the person or persons? Who are those persons in the Tinubu government?
You are a journalist. Go and investigate what Nigerians have been talking about. This is a
no. You are the one making the allegation. You are the one making the allegation. Prove your allegation.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared to say this because it's already in the public domain.
You must provide proof
that the Minister of State. Listen, the Minister of State. Listen, Ruben, if you want us to trash this matter, let us trash this matter. It's not about just rushing somebody or imposing a particular statement on somebody. We are in a serious problem. Who told you that if Tinubu bombed criminal, Muslim northerners will come and fight Tinubu? What kind of talk is this? Are Muslims not being killed and harassed every day by the same criminals? How can you say that? Look, we should stop this conversation. This conversation should change to actually issue about human life, not about ethnic or religious or geographical thing. We are human beings. Nigerians have the right to live. Nigerians have the right, to survive in their country. And you are saying that, if criminals are killing people, the president should not act because he will be accused of, killing so-called particular set of people. That's a failure if that is the case. So I'm saying that the president should not listen to anybody who, knows that the criminals, the terrorists are killing and bombing innocent Nigerians, irrespective of their religion or their, tribe. If you are a leader, the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is very clear. It has mandated you to take action, irrespective of whatever identity. So we should not be pushing this narrative. You are a progressive journalist. You have been my friend for a long time. I don't want this retrogressive statement that you are making. We should join hands to defeat criminals.
All right, Mr. Rafsanjani, you just said it yourself that irrespective of identity, what we are looking for is a solution. We need to go now, but I just want in one statement, irrespective of where it's coming from, if we have an opportunity to decimate and finally defeat terrorism, is it worth it, even if it's the Americans that are coming in to support Nigerians' efforts? Very quickly, just one sentence. Is it worth it? Yes or no?
It's worth it if you are actually getting the right.
So guys, let's quickly take a look at some of the trending headlines on the social media. Somebody actually posted this image, it has been trending. And this person say, this is the map of Nigeria. The north covers 80% of Nigeria's landmass. And this other person here replied him and said, now do the GDP. As in, check how much is the north contributing to Nigeria. This person, another person here reacted and say, now do the GDP and watch the north vanish. Vanish vast land, minimal output, insecurity, low industrialization, over-reliance on allocation, time to wake up and build real economies up there instead of bragging about empty space. So guys, this has really kept so many people talking. I mean, coming out to boast about the North. The problem we are facing today in Nigeria is mostly this insecurity, and it's coming from the North. Considering the fact that we're told that the terrorists that Trump tried to strike in Sokoto State are those coming from Mali and Burkina Faso. They are foreign. I listened to one of the analysts who said these are foreign terrorists, because people were wondering, why didn't he strike Borno State? Why did he strike Sokoto? So there are this group of terrorists arriving in Nigeria newly, coming from all these other countries. Those were the ones that Donald Trump targeted last night. And that's to tell you how the North is really a problem to Nigeria. Considering the fact that the Northern leaders don't speak up, there's no proactiveness when it comes to try to stop terrorism. Nigeria is not the only Muslim country. Why is it that we are facing these challenges? Because the leaders in the North are pampering the situation. You see Sheikh Gumi coming to challenge Donald Trump for striking Nigeria when he knows that these people are arriving in Sokoto. Sokoto used to be one of the calmest states in Nigeria, but today, see where it is. Now, this other person here said, if only oil and gas were found in the North, the story would have been totally different. Oh, and please be careful. The people of Middle Belt have their own identity. And this other person here said, bro, they literally generate nothing to grow the Nigerian economy. Absolutely nothing, just extremism. And this person is a low GDP map. The North would shrink to a tiny dot, while Lagos alone balloons to half the country. 80% land mass has barely 23 to 30% of the economy. Facts don't care about feelings. And this other person here said, 2025 was the year the extinction went mainstream. Dairy wolves. Well, I don't understand what this person is saying. So these are some of the reaction. I have one available here. Okay. They are talking about, the North. What is the North bringing to the table? That if you go GDP wise, the North claim they have the vast land mass, but GDP wise they are nowhere. Now, we don't have time. We must act fast. The killing of innocent people must stop now. Christopher Musa is said to have said this is coming amid Trump amidst Trump strike against terrorists. Now, let me share with you how some people have reacted to this Musa's tweet. He said, we need to act fast, we don't have time. Well, this person said, may God bless, may God guide towards ending insecurity in Nigeria. I beg, waste no time and go ahead with tasks you are doing, sir. God Almighty, we thank you for the gift of this man. Please protect him. And so, before or after Trump lead by example. So, these are reactions after Christopher Musa said, we don't have time, we have to act fast to stop the buying of people. Now, this one says here, Donald Trump will regret what he did in Sokoto. With the support of Nigerians, we will respond within 24 hours, Sheikh Gumi. So we don't know how Sheikh Gumi planned to respond to Donald Trump's strike, Nigerians are not even taking him for any serious person. Now, this American, not American, I think it's from the UK, this UK, I think it's a deacon also. Nikki Donnelly demands arrest, prosecution of Sheikh Gumi over comments on US strike via Politics Nigeria. So the man is saying Sheikh Gumi should be arrested. And many Nigerians have reacted to that. But before the reaction, this is how he said it. Sheikh Gumi protests President Trump's Christmas military strikes against the bestial Islamic terrorists, calling the terrorists conducting the genocide against Christians are warriors. Gumi must be arrested and be put on trial for crimes against humanity. Tinubu must publicly condemn Gumi or else he is declaring complicity in his crime. I think this makes sense. Many people, Gumi has even come out to question Trump's audacity to strike Nigeria. He has also told the Tinubu's government to stop collaborating with Trump and go to Pakistan and also to Turkey to seek for collaboration. Now you can see that this man, who is a reverend, is calling for Gumi's arrest because he has come out to call them their warriors. Now this one here says, Iowa, take it back. Urge respect for Nigeria's sovereignty amidst U.S. military strikes in Northwest. So the Northern Youth and also Showore's group are saying sovereignty. When you were told that Tinubu gave the go-ahead, the minister came out to say they provided the intelligence. So why are they now, talking? Anyway, some people have argued, why was this strike carried out in Sokoto instead of Borno, where we have where the terrorists have been breeding for years now? There is information that these terrorists are just arriving in Nigeria from Mali, Burkina Faso. This is another group of ICC coming in that direction. Because the Minister for Foreign Affairs came out to say they provided the intelligence. It's either they gave a wrong intelligence or it's the arrival of the new terror group. Now, let's see this reaction. This person said, where was the sovereignty when ISWAP, Boko Haram, and other groups were turning Nigeria into a killing field? Where was the Arewa then, as innocent lives were under siege and entire communities live in fear? Respect for sovereignty rings hollow when it's invoked after the state finally moves to protect its citizens. And this person said, did Arewa Sharia Caliphate respect their host community, the communal sovereignty, middle belt, southwest, southeast? In togetherness, Nigeria will be great again. Nigeria entity needs review and restructure. Arewa elites should try to propose a modern thinking, liberty and fairness. I think this makes sense because the North is always shielding all this evil, and this make US just continue the good work like they go reach their imam in support of the evil, especially this clan. So this person here said, when it comes to tax, Tinubu will hand it over to to France. When it comes to security, Tinubu will hand it over to US. Yes, some of you are claiming sovereignty. Nigeria lost sovereignty the day Tinubu successfully rigged himself to power. Nigeria has no sovereignty under Tinubu. Now, and this other person here said, we offer our prayers as the best president in the world, Trump, has begun bombing satanic Boko Haram Islamic Muslim terrorists today in Nigeria. They should make none of them escape. Amen. So guys, let me know what you think about this. This other person here say, what exactly are these people, do these people want? Terrorists have been tormenting also over a decade. They didn't shout sovereignty. Terrorists really collect tax over there. Government officials attend events and hold peace deals with them, while our soldiers are slaughtered, waiting on our want. So guys, this is coming after Arewa and Take It Back Showore group try to condemn Donald Trump's strike or Nigeria against the terrorist hideouts. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification. Thank you.